Good morning. We are back in Edale, outside the village hall. Just behind me here, the runners in the Montane Winter Spine Challenge South and the Montane Winter MRT Challenge South are dropping off their drop bags, getting their trackers fitted, and I've got to say, looking decidedly nervous. It's about -9 at the moment. It is properly, bitterly cold. There's no wind, the skies are clear. It should be a fairly settled day, but it is going to stay cold throughout. These runners are going to have to hope there is a decent, solid crust on top there for them to run over. Otherwise, they're going to be ankle, knee deep or worse. These runners are going to be breaking the trail for everybody else.
I'm Kev from Home Valley Mountain Rescue Team. We're here fundraising for Mountain Rescue. I have done this before, so I'm not quite sure why I'm here again.
It's my first time in any event of this kind, so I'm looking forward to it. It's nice and cold and crispy.
I'm one of your spine statistics, so I started off dot watching about 8 years ago and then volunteered for 5 years, and then in a moment of madness there was a couple of slots on the MR roster in February, and thought life is incredibly short and there's more to regret by not doing it than doing it. So here I am, being one of the nutters and a dot instead of watching it.
I'm really looking forward to these weather conditions. When I've done the Challenger before, it's been heavy rain and strong winds. The weather looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm fearing everything really. First time for this kind of thing, so yeah, everything's a new challenge.
My plan is to hang at the back and let everybody else do all the hard work, so we'll benefit from everyone else cutting the tracks. Things I'm not looking forward to, I'm a real grump without sleep. So whoever's around me at that point, good luck to them, because I can be a little bit of a demon. So yeah, good luck to you. Yeah, we'll see if the marriage survives.
My brother did the spine sprints last year and it was quite mild weather, so I was like, sounds like a good idea. So I thought, why not? Didn't realise it was going to be this cold, but never mind. And we're doing it for a charity called Don't Lose Hope, so it helps a local community with well-being and health.
I retired from the military, 4 years ago now. I served a full 24 years in that one, so obviously coming straight out of that, and now just looking for sort of the next challenges along.
I pulled out last year of the full span at Stanage Edge. So
that's only because I bust my foot 19 miles in.
So I'm hoping to get a little bit further this year. It's just something I've always wanted to do.
We did the summer span in 22.
Yeah, done the summer span 22.
And when we finished, about a week later, she said, I always wish it was the winter one. And I knew that was what was going to happen.
So I'm from the Philippines, and I live in Cornwall at the moment. I'm a postman, Royal Mail postman. So yeah, I only started running 4 years ago, and I went straight to ultra trail running for some reason. And this spine is basically, I've been dot watching since learning about this race, and I can't believe that I'm here after 4 years of running.
Just kind of back to do it this time. Did it 2 years ago at DNF, so a lot more prepared this time, and I know obviously the moors and stuff are very different than back home. So over here it's very like just undulating. So the last time I'd read about it, but I hadn't seen it. So this time a wee bit more prepared, physically more prepared, mentally more prepared.
I think this will be, I worked out the day like my 20th ultra, so it seemed like a good one to level it out with. I've watched the spine race, followed the dots for years, each year kind of go, ooh, that looks really good, I really want to have a go at this. And yeah, just sat there one day at work, had a mad moment, do you know what, I'm going to do this. And yeah, here we are now.
Well, I am a hill walker and I have dot watched this for so many years now, and I turned 50 this year and thought, if you're ever going to have a go at it, you need to do it now, because I wanted a challenge, and here I am in very Scottish winter weather, which is my favourite. So I love my Scottish mountains, I quite like the cold weather, and I watched people going across Crossfell and in the southern parts of this race and just thought, I just want to be a part of that, I want to be out there with them. And it's also the team, I volunteered as well, and when I volunteered in the summer I was made to feel so welcome. It just really inspired me. I met so many people that were so kind to me. So now it's here, I just want to get started. I just want to be out there, and I'm actually quite looking forward to the night time as well. Being out there in the cold and hopefully getting some nice moonlight. and just seeing if I can just keep going when I'm really tired, really. That's what I want to get out of it.
Now this is always how I imagined the spine to be. When we first started this, I thought, right, it's going to be nice and snowy. We can all use skis. Anyone got skis? No. So this is kind of the dream. So get out there and have a fantastic time. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, so I'm Chris Bagworth of Derby Mountain Rescue Team. I'm doing this race because it's fun and it gets me out into the Peak District and up the Pennine Way and hopefully to Hawes.
Hi, my name's Jane. I'm part of the Dartmoor Search and Rescue Team Plymouth. I'm doing this race. I probably blame Jasmine Paris for being an awesome inspiration, and just I've been watching it ever since, and I was stupid enough to apply, and here I am at the start line, ready to go.
It's the morning of the Montane Winter Spine Races and we're here in Edale at the start line. This morning the Challenger South and the MRT Challenger are off and despite some tricky and slippy conditions underfoot with all the snow, we're making good headway up the Pennine Way. Around me the runners are gathering for the sprint race, a 46-mile dash over the Pennines, and it's going to be an exciting field. It's quite quick normally, however tricky snow conditions and particularly deep and crusty snow up the hill. It's going to be slow underfoot and a little bit of an additional challenge for runners, and if you can't tell, it's pretty cold too, so we're going to get some cold fingers and feet out there on the course today.
Pretty hard going, but it's nice to run on some tarmac for a change. Absolutely beautiful on the top. Honestly, the climb out of Edale was like nothing else. Going to do the Challenger North in the summer. Plan to do the full climb next January if I can. So yeah, we'll see.
Very deep snow, difficult to move, and tracks going all over the place, people taking different routes. I'm a 63, I've been doing these since 1981. I think of the 4-inch walk, which comes down and goes from Holmfirth to Buxton. It's a Scout event, so I started that. And ironically, I've met someone I used to race against in those races in the 90s, in the 80s. So it's just more and more of that basically, just being out in the hills and just trying to keep the legs ticking over as I get older and older. But this is a real challenge. I've been watching this for years, and what a perfect year to have a go at it.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good actually. I'm feeling pretty good. It's a lot tougher than it was last year with the deep snow, to be honest. It was really tough going over Bleaklow because you just you put your foot down and sort of disappear up to your waist into the snow. But it was it's a good laugh, isn't it? It's the spine. It's what it's all about, doing this kind of thing.
haven't done an ultra in a while, but yeah, did the UTMB a few years ago, and thought I wanted something in the UK, a bit colder, but yeah, just a challenge really. Couldn't get better scenery, couldn't ask for better weather. It's beautiful. Deep snow slows the pace down. You can see it in the field, sort of people struggling to maintain, you know, their paces. It's very variable, but yeah, when you're down here in the valleys, it's much easier.
Guess in a shoot is my idea, inspired by a colleague of mine who did the full spike last year, and I've got really foolish friends who just go, oh, okay, agree to do it with me. So
it's utterly beautiful. You don't see the peak this lovely very often, and it's been so nice in the snow. It's just dry, it's not boggy for the first time ever.
The parts were quite icy on the way down off the top of the hill, so it was a bit just treacherous. But good though, enjoyable.
It took a lot out of you. You burn a lot of calories trying to work your way through that, but we've replenished them at the checkpoint there, and on we go to the next one.
Every January it's always dot watching. Every January everybody dot watches, so why not take a chance and let's have a go. So that was the plan. Let's see how it goes.
Coasting on to the finish.
Hopefully we'll see you at the finish. See you later.
There's lots of snow, but it's not wet, so it's actually perfect if you like snow. It felt a bit like going to school in my childhood. So yeah, it's a good weather for me, definitely. I did a sprint a couple of years ago in the summer. This is actually my third time attempting the Challenger, and for some reason I just don't get it done. So this year I'm on a hike. There's no time pressure, nothing. I love the Pennine Way. Absolutely love the Pennine Way. It's the best place to be in the UK. So that's the spine race. That's why it's spine race. I think that's the reason.
Does that charge me up then? We were just breaking trail. Yeah. We were post holing for about a mile or two. It was horrible. Tough. I'm enjoying it. The scenery is absolutely unbelievable, but the snow is made for really, really slow going. It's just the surface, like there's been a few sections where every step you're wondering if, you know, you're standing on the crust and you're wondering if you're going to go straight through, and that's just draining the legs. So I'd hope to feel a bit fresher 50k in than I currently do, but you know, everyone's facing the same kind of challenges, so it's the authentic spine experience, that's for sure. I definitely wasn't expecting to be this close to the leaders, so I feel like I'm maybe in a little bit of no man's land. It's been a fairly lonely race for me so far, but yeah, going really well. I hope I can keep it up for the night shift really.
It's good. It's been a pretty nice day actually for a spine race. It's a long way to go, but it's nice, you know.
Good evening from the Birchcliff Centre in Hebden Bridge. It is the end of our first day of racing, but of course it doesn't end for the runners still out there on the course. It is dark and the temperatures are dropping. It's been picture postcard stuff today, like the front of a Christmas card, Absolutely beautiful scenes to look at, but very, very difficult to run through, waist deep in places. Now, obviously, this is the finish line of the winter sprint. At the moment, it's looking like Paul Brennan is going to take the win there, and then not far behind him, we've got James Trott and Tom Hollins. Worthy of note, Tom Hollins, the winner of the full winter spine race in 2017, if he does clinch that third position, will have been on the podium at every distance at a winter spine race event. It's looking like Hannah Bruce is going to be the first woman over this finish line. Currently, she has a good lead over Meredith Moody, and you can't put anything at the moment between Kelly Marie Staunton and Rebecca Devereaux. One or the other of them is looking likely for third. In the Montane Winter Spine Challenger South, Mark Derbyshire and Rupert Allison both arrived here together in the lead and left together as well. James Allen is currently in there. After that, it's anybody's guess. There's still a long way to go. They've got a whole night to run through, but the next time we speak, the podiums in that race will have been resolved. Stick with us. Wish them luck. It's going to be a long night. We will be back again at 8 AM tomorrow morning for the start of the big one, the beastly 268-mile Montane Winter Spine Race. Keep following those dots.
Thank you guys. What a course. I have to look at my watch, you know, get turned off.
Strava or it didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh my God, guys, what a race. That was...
So genuinely, how was it out there?
It was tough. 20 kilometres 21 to maybe 35. Really sort of single track deep snow.